Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast with Brett, Gunna Pig, and me, Game Sage. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list on nostalgic TV shows. And by nostalgic, we are from the 2006 time.
In
So,
2006, technically.
yeah,
So we probably our prime for shows was around 2010 to 2012, I would say.
yeah,
Was the prime anything before and after? I guess you could count a little bit of it. You could see a couple shows from probably way before that, and one show from a little bit after that.
definitely.
So, I mean, do we want to go in order of what we want to rate of just of what's on the first thing on the tier list, or do we want to just choose whatever we like and would like to just throw up on the board?
Let's work our way down, and if we go off on a tangent about another show, we'll do that.
Okay. All right. Well, the first one we have up is Little Einsteins for
Little Einsteins.
those information.
See, the only thing that I really remember about this is the dope ass theme song that it had.
I
Um,
saw something the other day that made the theme song a lot better. It was the Little Einsteins theme song, but the German version.
is it actually better?
I mean, I don't think it is. It was. I mean, it was funny, but I mean, it's good. The intro is good. Like, I mean, the actual show though, I don't remember like basically anything. But I remember it was like repetitive.
Most kids shows are. You kind of get
Yeah.
used to
So
the
I mean,
formula.
it's got, but it's not a good repetitive formula, because it's trying to be educational at the same time, which is not
Yeah.
something good for repetitive. So where do we want to rank this?
Um.
Because I definitely don't
You
think it's
can.
S or A or D or F or banished to the dark dimension here at the bottom. So I say like
I think. I think it's either a C or a B,
I
somewhere in that
I say
range.
a C.
Yeah, I think a C is a good one.
All right. Next we have, and this
It
isn't
is meant for
even,
small children.
yeah, it is meant for small children for that age. So next we have SpongeBob. And see, I'm not gonna rate this an S just because of what the show sort of turned into.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, after Steven Hillenburg died, the show took a downturn.
I mean, yeah. Plus, even at our age, Steven Hillenburg wasn't even on the production crew. He like quit after season three, and then he just came back, and then he
Yeah.
died. So I mean, we were not in the prime of SpongeBob. So that's why I'm only gonna give it an A.
Um but like all the original episodes, all the like I think nowadays it's a bit over animated.
Yes,
It
very true.
like
I mean,
I've tried to watch it because I like maybe I just give it a bad rap, but I cannot get myself to watch it because of how over animated it is.
yes. I mean, looking back at how simple and weird of a show it is, it's definitely way over animated.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you putting this much detail into a sponge? But I mean, it's a good sponge.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of SpongeBob, have you seen any of the the theories
on what?
on SpongeBob? There's a lot of how Squilliam.
There's
I'll
not
just name a few
SpongeBob
from a site
lore.
called. There is just not. It's definitely an episodic show, but they tend to sneak stuff in that comes back later that sets up lore. There's this guy I came across yesterday actually, called Alex Bale, and he's done four SpongeBob theories, and I'll name them off now. I won't spoil what they are. The Squilliam theory. the television theory, Mrs. Puff theory, and the evolution theory. I highly recommend it. Search Alex Bale SpongeBob theory on YouTube, and you should find it. But I thought it was really interesting.
I think I saw like one on TikTok about Squilliam, but I did not know that there was more.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think he just posted. Yeah, he posted the evolution theory a month ago.
okay. All right. Next, we have Jesse, and I don't think it was you. It was Sophia when cause she helped me make this list.
Yeah.
Cause she like found half the shows to remind me of. I don't think she ever had any fond memories of it. And what about you?
I remember like getting home from school, and my sister was also home from school, and she always got the remote because she was whiny. And she turned on Jesse, and due to that, I only have fond memories of it because it was on all the time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd say this is an easy B tier,
I think it's an easy B tier. I agree with you.
just
Uh,
for the Indian kid's
tier,
alligator.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Uh, wait, what?
The Indian kid's alligator. He had an alligator. Remember?
He no, he had like a. It
He
was
had
like
an alligator.
it was like a giant iguana or something. It wasn't an
No, it was an
alligator. It was just a
alligator.
big lizard.
It was an alligator. Look,
I'm looking this up right now.
J- if I search
Jesse
Jesse
reptile.
alligator,
Mrs. Kipling.
Mrs.
Monitor lizard.
Kipling.
Kipling is Ravi
Oh,
Ross's pet monitor lizard who
it's not an
appears in the
alligator.
series Jesse.
It's like a kimono dragon. It's not an
it's
alligator.
a it's a monitor lizard.
It would have been a lot cooler if it was an alligator.
Yeah, yeah. Just give the children an alligator. Just
Okay.
give the
Okay, that
children an
does sound a little
alligator.
insane.
Hey Debbie Ryan, we're gonna pay you extra because we have a goddamn alligator on set.
That's a good way of getting more money. Um. All right. Next up, we got Wild Kratts
I only watched this when
in school,
they would
right?
turn it on in school. Yeah,
I think I
and
might
that
have
was
watched
only
it
like
once at
rainy
home.
days.
See,
That
this
was only
made,
on rainy days.
unlike Little Einstein, this made learning fun.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Um. So where do we want to rate it? I mean, I don't want to rate stuff too high because we have a lot of good stuff to come. So I think this is another B tier.
Um, so I don't remember the show too much because being in California, in Western California, there was like hardly any rainy days during the school year. So we never really got to see it that much in school.
Well, every 1 out of 3 years, it's constant downpour during the winter.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
we haven't had that in a while. Yeah, so I think it's a B tier. I like to set like C as our average. So I
I
mean,
think yeah, C is definitely the
so
midpoint.
S is best, A is great. So S is just like reserved for like the top of the top. A is great, so it's like our S if we didn't have like top of the top. B
Yeah,
is just a little, yeah, it's pretty good. C is just okay, it's average.
it's
Uh,
average. Yeah,
D is it's a little bad, and then F is it's bad, and then obviously the banish to the dark dimension tier
that's the
is
stuff
that's
that should never
Wrigley's.
see the light of day
Yeah.
again.
So, all right, next. This is gonna be a controversy. I don't know if you ever watched the show, but I'm already Austin and Ally. That's going in F because that was a toxic relationship.
Yeah, that
That
not
relationship
only
was the
not
most
only that
toxic thing I've ever seen.
but the show was just so like obviously you know that a show is staged, and like especially the kids shows like
Yes.
Austin and Ally and stuff, but it just had like remarkably worse acting than like Jesse or anything
Yes.
else like that.
Okay. Also, may I say that the story in that show, they used that for like three other shows.
Really?
Yeah, like not a joke. Three other shows had the exact same story. All right, next up, this is an
As if Disney never had any budget.
yeah. All right, next up, this is an easy S tier, Blue's Clues.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
argue with
yeah,
me, it's
yeah.
Blue's Clues. All right,
The original Blues Clues.
I don't know what you're gonna rate this, but I think you're also gonna rate this an A with me, just because of how good this show was. It's the amazing world of Gumball.
Okay. Um I have a lot of fun memories of this because this used to be like my all-time favorite show when I was like in like first grade or third grade. First grade to third grade. But looking back on it now, it's definitely nostalgic, but I can definitely see like the stupidity of it, but it's
Well,
still
yeah,
a
it's
great
the
show.
stupidest show ever, but
Yeah, but it's still a great show.
I think it's an easy A tier.
I think
Like,
it's an easy A tier. I have to agree with you.
awesome, amazing. It's getting a movie soon, which
Is
is
it
awesome.
really?
Yeah, the conclusion, the lore movie.
Oh, is it the so I think the most recent lore-ridden episode is when you remember Robbie? Robbie? Is that his name?
The Rob.
Rob. He fell
Yeah,
into the void.
he was
He
trying to
fell in
turn
the void.
everyone into live action.
Yeah, he fell in the void. He lost all his items. It's gonna take him a while to get him back.
Yeah,
But
that's what they said the thing's gonna be about, Rob.
yeah.
So
But what weirds me out is that the void looks like just the dimension where uh, all the things the world thought was a mistake, like
yes,
mullets.
no,
I don't remember. No,
Molts are
yeah, I
God.
remember. No, I remember mullets being in that episode. I remember them being in where all the things the world that should never have existed. I remember mullets
Well,
were in there.
TVA better come get me. All right. Next, we have Dog with a Blog.
Okay, when you were telling me the things last night,
Uh-huh.
um, I heard Dog with a Blog and just was flooded with memories because
Exactly.
I remember watching the show like every time it was on.
Yeah, I mean, it's Dog with a Blog. Like, it's a weird
It's
concept, but it worked. So I think it's a
it's
B tier.
like it's just it's so odd. Like the premise is a dog that can talk.
But it
Wait.
works.
Wait, was this like a Stewie Griffin thing where we could hear him talk, but a lot of people couldn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's weird how he constantly wrote a blog though, right?
well, like everyone could hear him talk, but he only talked around the kids.
Yeah.
And then he talked around the parents accepted it, and then the government found him.
Yeah.
And that's what the show ended.
the
Alright,
dog the dog got cut open, experimented on, etc.
yes. Next we have Little Bill.
I I don't know what this show is.
I didn't
I've
either,
never
but
seen
I
this.
remembered it and I just had to put it on here.
Brett, should I say the
I'm
thing?
just putting it in C tier. Well,
Should I say
I
the
mean, it's
thing?
if it's offensive, it's to don't cancel me podcast. So go ahead.
If you look up Little Bill, we looked it up not too long ago, and I could not stop laughing because it looks like it's just the black version of Caillou.
It does, yeah, and it's literally the entirety of the
That's
show.
like, yeah.
It's literally Caillou, but black, and he doesn't have cancer. It's honestly the better version of Caillou.
You know, I think Caillou should try throwing a tennis ball up against the wall.
Oh my god, that was. Too far. All right, next we have Olivia. Now, Krista, here's your shout out. You
um,
asked for it. Krista's gonna be
you,
so mad, but I'm putting this in Banished to the Dark Dimension just for
you
the
know,
design alone.
I completely agree with you. This only deserves to be in hell. This should not ever see the light of day again.
It should never. Like Austin and Allie, it's a toxic relationship, but I mean, it deserves to surface. But this just
It is not nearly
the
as bad as
pure
Olivia.
the pure design. Why are they pigs?
It
Why
just
are they pigs?
invokes pure fear.
Why are they realistic?
Why does it
Why?
exist?
Exactly. I mean,
Everyone at home, look up Olivia TV show and just scroll through the pictures and try not to like get mentally scarred.
it's ugh,
It's not possible. Like, oh my god.
horrible. All right, next.
Everyone in their family looks exactly the same except for the clothes.
Yes.
Wait, do they have a dog?
Do they have a? They do have a dog.
They have a dog. How does that work?
I don't know,
Lore.
Lord. All right, next we have Sophia the First. Now I'll put this one in D tier. Like, okay, hear me out.
By the time I found out about the show, I had completely grown out of most Nickelodeon shows.
This is the Nickelodeon, it's a Disney
I
show.
know this is well, whatever.
Well, all I remember, okay,
But
only good thing about the show is the
Nickelodeon,
intro. I just knew that the intro is good. Otherwise, I believe this is the start of Disney capitalizing on Disney princesses and just
I
constantly
agree.
marketing them because every single one showed up in here, and it was just
I
easy way
agree.
to make money off of little girls.
Yeah. Don't word it like that, but
Also,
yeah,
the
I agree.
designs are way worse than I remember. That is literally the only reason I didn't include Mike the Knight. If you remember Mike the Knight, me and
What is
Sophia
Mike the Knight?
search up Mike the Knight show. Me and Sophia were looking at old shows and we saw Mike the Knight and we were completely, thoroughly
Oh my
horrified
god.
by the design. I thought
Oh
they
my
were
god,
way
I just
better.
got chills. I never watched this show.
Yeah,
I'm glad I
you're
never
lucky.
watched this
I
show.
sadly did. All right, next we have fish hooks.
This I don't this is
A
easily either
tier.
an A or an S tier.
It's an A tier. S tier is reserved for the best of the best. I don't think it's gonna be the best of the test, but it's an easy A tier, dude. It's
You
fish hooks.
can you can go back and watch the show as old as possible and still have a laugh.
It's good. It's the greatest show ever. Holy crap! It's fish hooks.
It's like it's fish hooks. Like it's fish hooks.
I
If
mean,
you don't
it's
remember fish
literally
hooks, look up fish hooks and you will immediately remember fish hooks because I don't
it's
think
fish
anybody
hooks.
hasn't seen the show at one point.
Like honestly, like after like I've finished watching most of these shows, the two shows I watched the most were you're gonna hate one of these, Rabbids and Fish Hooks.
I don't. That's a lie. I do. I hate rabbits.
I love Rabbids. They're
Like
blah.
that would be the only thing that's on, like on TV. Like I'd scroll through and that'd be the only thing that's on, and I'd turn off the TV and start playing on the Wii because Jesus Christ, I did not. I hated rabbits.
It's
It's so
Rabbids.
annoying.
Blah.
Uh,
Okay, I already put Phineas and Ferb
what?
in S tier because that's just
It's Phineas and Ferb. Like
like
there's no discussion.
if you haven't seen the Phineas and Ferb movie, go watch it because it's incredible. That's our one exception on the list for a movie is the Phineas and Ferb movie because it's just how good it
Across the
is.
second dimension, not the newest one.
Not the newest one's still pretty good, but Across the Second Dimension is just the best.
It is, yeah.
Like the entire show is good. There's nothing wrong with it. Somehow there's nothing wrong with it.
Although one thing that I don't particularly like, and it's like the only problem I have with the Across the Second Dimension, is that it has the trope of, well, everyone's memories are erased now, so everything that happened in the movie basically isn't canon.
Well, it is with Perry.
Yeah, but like, that's it.
I mean, what were they gonna do if they found out about Perry's secret agent status? He would have to go away. They wouldn't want that for the show would
But
end.
what if, that the Across the Second Dimension was one of the final episodes?
That would have
Like
been
it was the
cool.
movie and then the grown up version of them as the final episode, like it is.
I guess it could have been, but I mean, I just personally, I just love the second, like, Phineas Ferman's second dimension. It's just too good. All right, this one
I'm
I
not saying
think,
I don't like it because I love that movie.
yeah, it's amazing. All right,
Yeah.
next we have Fairly Odd Parents, and I don't know where to rate this one.
Me either because I think
Like it's
when
nostalgic, but I think it's a B tier. Like it's just,
to a certain point it can be in any one of the spaces. I think personally, I think as soon as Sparky started becoming in the episodes, they got a slight bit worse. Like it enough for it to go from an
yeah,
A tier to a B tier.
it's
But
easily like even before that, like it's just a very repetitive show and its tropes. Like not every episode is repetitive, but basically episode plans and plots were definitely repeated over. I
yeah,
think
but
for the
that's
most
what you
part.
gotta expect from like a really popular TV show
Yeah,
for
there's like no,
kids.
but I mean, it's just doesn't display the same. Like it's good. I love. I'm not fully claiming it. It's like him, Jace Hartman, the guy who made that Danny fan. I love that guy. He's that definitely
Yeah.
shaped most of our childhoods. Um,
I think he got accused. I think he got Mr. Guptoned.
I think he's still around. I saw him on TikTok. I see him on TikTok a lot.
No, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of someone else. It's not
Okay.
him.
All right.
I'm thinking of the guy who did like Victorious and iCarly. I think he
Okay.
got
Yo,
Gupton.
yeah, him. Yeah, the old guy.
Yeah.
Okay, next we have Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
See, I think for
See?
these kind of shows, you need to rate them because I didn't watch them.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. There's a couple shows on here like
My little cousin watched these.
you gotta rate for me us Adventure Time, Danny Phantom, Regular Show, and Steven Universe for us. But
Yeah.
Jake, see, this is it's starting when we were like third grade. So this is like sort of a little bit past us. I think it's a C tier. It's like nothing unique. It was I barely remember it. All right, next easy S tier
Yeah.
Ninjago. It's Ninjago. It's an S tier. Okay, no, legitness. It's an A tier. Just because I mean, I know that we
I
said we wouldn't base it off their current status, but I mean, off of Ninjago's current status, I mean, seasons 1 to 11 were amazing. But anything after that is just they've just completely declined in quality. I don't like how I think. Okay, the thing with the design change in season 10, I totally understand because based off the Ninjago movie, the old designs were really outdated and the new designs look a lot better. Or most of them. Kai's hair is way off. So I mean,
yeah.
definitely like first 5 seasons in Ninjago is my favorite. Six, sorry, keep forgetting about season 6, which is amazing. Um, yeah. So I mean. It's pretty good. I mean, I would rate it S tier if the current seasons like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 didn't exist. But
I didn't watch it as often as you, but I do agree on A tier from what I've seen.
I've the Temple of Spinjitzu right above me, so I mean, this is I was a Ninjago fan. Just it's truth-hearted. It's an A, not an S, an A. All right,
Yeah.
next we have Power Rangers Samurai.
Okay, this one this one
I don't know where to put it.
I don't know because okay, I think if you've ever seen it, I think the parts where like they're in costume and they're moving their head around but they're not talking, that's dubbed over. I think that's brilliant because the original, I'm pretty sure the original Power Rangers was kind of like the Godzilla, the old-fashioned Godzilla movies where like it'd just be someone dressed in a rubber suit
Yeah.
they strolling around and then they dub over it. I think what they did in Samurai was brilliant because of that.
Yes. I think it's. I don't think it's an A tier, but I think it's a B tier.
I You're right. Do you remember the word Nylock?
That was like the enemies in the show, right?
Yeah, that's what the bad guys were called.
Okay, yeah, that's the other thing. Like the enemies would just either repeated or like they just be completely random. So that's like one thing I didn't like.
Well, it is a kids show, Brett. That's
Well, also, how is the city not flattened after every fight?
how has nobody caught video of the giant ass monster and the robot that's come up? It's
Okay,
it's
good point.
it's the logic is just because it's a kids show.
True, true, true. Alright.
How do five people control one robot at the same time
They each control
without
one body part. Red controls the mind, blue and green, whatever they control, and I think no,
blue
blue
and green were
controls
the
one of the
feet?
legs. Yeah, the yellow and pink control the arms.
Yeah.
And then you had the
I th-
Gold Ranger who could make it more powerful.
yeah. I think the worst ranger was definitely the yellow one. Like
Yes.
she was so emotional all the time and she would just like throw a fit.
Yes. Um,
So I think this is an easy B tier.
yes, B tier, I think. Like it's not average, but it's definitely B tier. It's not the best.
It's not an average show, but it's definitely not one of the best.
Exactly. All right, next we have you won't you I don't remember if you said you remember this or not, but Jungle Junction.
I did not.
I'm putting
I
it
don't
banished to
I
the
don't
dark
even
dimension
recognize
just
it.
for the purely designs, because that's just bad. All right,
So far
next.
we've only banished things to the dark dimension because of the designs.
But it's fair. It's fair. If we put Mike
Yeah,
and
that's
Mike the Knight
completely
on here,
fair.
that would have been banished. I think we have like at least probably one. I'm not. I'm just looking through. I think there's like one more banished show. I forget what. All right, next is an F tier for me.
I'm gonna switch my mic real quick actually.
Okay. Uh, quick. Pot. What is it called? Like quick intermission. There we go. I got the word. I'm smart. Look at this dude. Look at the look of his
There
face.
you go,
Look at the.
intermission.
Oh, what the? What's the deal with the mic?
What is it? Is it funny mic or
It's almost funny, Mike. It's just worse quality than the last one. It's more muffled.
yeah, this is my headset mic. The other one was my blue mic. My Yeti.
It's
It's not a Yeti, it's a snowball.
it sounds more podcasty.
Yeah, which one?
This one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This one I need to get a mic stand for the thing because it's super sensitive.
Yes. All right. Next one, I think is an F tier for me. I don't know what it is for you, but it's Max and Ruby.
Max and Ruby.
I'm gonna put a
Max and
D tier because
Ruby.
it wasn't bad, but it was just so boring.
Max and Ruby. Max. What is that?
Max and
Max
Ruby, the
and
rabbits. I
Max and
I
Ruby.
would put it
Dude,
C for child endangerment, but since it's child endangerment, it's D tier.
wasn't that a show that was on like during kindergarten for us?
Yeah, it's a C
This
tier.
is it's a
Sorry, not even D
2002
tier. It's
show.
D tier. It was just it's just bad. It's not bad, but like, where were the parents? They were dead. Why didn't they get adopted? Why didn't the grandma take care of them?
I think it'd be funny if after this we just looked up all the shows and put meme after, like
That would be
Max and
funny.
Ruby meme or
That
like
would be
Power
funny.
Rangers Samurai meme. I think that'd be
Yes.
hilarious.
Okay. You want to see something funny? I
Yeah.
forgot to put Caillou on here, but I kept the black version of him. Yeah, that's a little sad. All right. Next, we got Bob the Builder.
This is another one that I didn't actually watch.
Oh, okay. Got it. I think it's lagging. I think I'm just gonna put C tier. Like, if it's Bob the Builder, it's awesome. The intro is amazing. But it's just they were just. I don't remember anything they did. They just built houses. They just built houses over and over. How is this a successful TV show?
Who would have thought that Bob the Builder would have been building stuff in the show?
Okay, yes, but there's nothing unique about it. They're just building stuff.
That's true.
All right, next we got Team Umizoomi.
I loved this show when I was like in elementary. This show was great. Um, for I haven't actually gone back to watch it in a while. I don't remember too much of what it was actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you think?
B tier.
Is it a B tier? Good B tier? I think it's a good B tier.
Shoot. Hold on one
What?
second. We're fine. I put it in B tier. Can we both agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, B tier.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I think this show was a little too babyish.
Yeah.
I like if you watch the older Mickey
Like
Mouse or
it
Goofy or
lasted
Donald
for
Duck
a long
cartoons.
time, but eventually you just stopped watching it.
Yeah.
D tier?
Uh I think it deserves a good D tier.
Okay. All right. Next is I think this is a new S, but total drama.
So okay, are we
S,
going
right?
off are we doing this for action? Are we doing this for Island or both
Oh,
collectively?
both of those, because those were the only two in our childhood. S
That's
tier.
true. Definitely yes, dear. Like that you can't watch that show and not immediately
Did
either
you?
have nostalgia or have just complete joy. You have to have one of the
Yes.
two or both at the same time.
Uh-huh. Did you know that in the season one in Europe, America and Europe had separate votes? So in Europe, Gwyn won, while in
I
America,
did.
Owen won. So,
Yeah.
but then the canonical version is that Owen won, because Owen's the best character in the show.
I don't remember there being as many fart jokes as there were, so that kind of makes Owen like down a peg for me, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, next is the Wonder Pets. I'll put this in C just for one reason. Why didn't you just animate the characters? Why did you have to like use Photoshop to
Why'd you just drag them along?
yeah, like you guys just took pictures of different animals and then like animated their limbs around.
Yeah.
So I think it's a C tier.
It
That's
was
amazing, but
basically just South Park,
yeah,
but like babies.
exactly.
Not to say South Park is bad. I love South Park, but
Yes.
the
Alright.
animation is
Ugh. Alright, we have Franklin next.
Franklin.
Freaking
Is that the turtle?
yeah, I freaking hate Franklin.
I don't think I ever watched this. I think
F
we're
tier.
in the realm. I never really watched a lot of the shows that people should have like people remember watching as a little kid because I had the DVD of shows like the 1990s DuckTales and the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Shoot, I forgot Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated series.
The one on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, because that would have been an easy A tier, but eh.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's
but
an A tier.
One of Franklin, the entire show about Franklin is just him wanting to stay inside because he's shy while all his friends go out. That's literally half the episodes. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I
That's
hate it.
that's
I hate it. I
that's
hate it. I
straight
hate it.
up what
I
the show
hate
is
Franklin.
about.
I hate. I really don't. I really don't care for
It's
Franklin. Pretty
basically the
good
episode
show.
of SpongeBob that ended with the gorilla.
Yes, I mean, I just can't handle it. All right, next, this is gonna be a weird one because the Pokemon. Now, I've only ever seen X and Y, and Noah's only ever seen Indigo,
I've seen Indigo, I've
Orange Islands.
seen Orange Islands, and I've seen a little bit of Johto. I also watched the Alola and a little bit of the newest one, which I think is Journey,
Yeah. So
which is Gen 8. So based on that, w- if
I think it's an A
I
tier.
I think it's a definite A tier because it has its moments where it's not the
It's
best,
not an S tier, but
but
it's an
it's
A tier.
definitely a really good nostalgic show.
Yes. All right. Next we have Thomas the Tank Engine.
I never watched that.
It's trains. This is coming from someone who used to love Thomas the Train Engine. It's just trains. All right. Next we have Teen Titans Go. I did not put Teen Titans on this list. Just Teen Titans Go.
S-
I'm just kidding.
Uh,
We're counting Teen
okay.
Titans Go as Teen Titans Go because like Pokemon. Because Noah's
Wait,
watched Teen
what?
Titans. You watch Teen Titans. I watch Teen Titans Go.
Yeah,
Right. So I think this is an A tier because if I'm
I
reading,
I think that uh, Teen Titans, the original show, was incredible.
that's what I say. I
It
mean,
was
if it was Teen Titans Go, it would go D tier. So I'm trying to compromise into. I'm gonna say actually B tier. So between A and B tier
what average? You said D tier for Teen Titans Go.
for Teen Titans Go and A tier for
What
Teen Titans.
averages out? What averages out D and A? That's like
Nothing.
a
So B.
it's between a C and a B, right?
Yeah. Do you want to make it average? I don't think it's average. I think it's at least a B.
I feel like if you mix me personally, I think if you mix great with horrible, you get average.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guess what I just saw? That we forgot to
Would you
rate.
add Teen Titans? What?
No, Special Agent Oso. It's in C tier. It should be in C tier. That is an A tier.
That is, I think it's a B tier.
How? It's Special Agent Oso. Have you
Yeah,
listened to the
but
theme song? The theme song
I
alone is an
haven't
S tier.
actually. I haven't listened to the theme song in quite a bit. Hold
Listen
on,
to
let
it
me pull
after.
it up.
Mute your mic first. I don't want to get freaking copyright striked. I'll just rate Handy Manny
Stricken.
while you're listening. Stricken, whatever. Mute your mic.
Okay.
Handy Manny, all he did was fix stuff, and I don't even remember him seeing going different places. He like it's C tier. Um, oh so special.
I do not remember the theme song, but you're right. The theme song alone is an S tier. Holy
Oh so
crap.
special.
That somehow just is great.
It's on the same level as Agent P's theme song.
Okay, I don't know if I'd go that far.
Well, no, it's like the same area, but it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
You can't rate anything else. All right, next we have Lazy Town.
What's Lazy Town?
Robbie Rotten.
Oh, never watched that. I only remember
B tier
I
because
think
Robbie Rotten. Otherwise, we rate it in C
yeah.
tier because it
I
shows.
think the only thing I know of that is We Are
Actually,
Number
the
1.
show is just weird. I want to rate it a D tier. Like Robbie Ryan's S tier, but the just whole show in general is D tier. If it was all about Robbie Ryan, it would be S tier, but it's not.
Yeah.
It has
We have to go off of the show itself and not
it's just cursed. It's
Steven Universe. Okay. I have a. You could probably hear the giant smile on my face.
yes.
Um, Steven Universe was a one of a kind show. I think it was amazing. All every time it had an emotional part, it wasn't a like, oh, this is an emotional part. I should be sad, but I don't feel sad for them. Every emotional part you felt for it.
Hmm.
Uh, every time like a character was in danger, even if you knew that they were going to be fine, you still had anxiety about while you're watching the show. And I think that makes it a purely, I think it makes it an S tier.
You think it's S tier? All right, this is
I
tier.
do. Okay,
Um,
actually, I'd like to make it A tier. Because thinking of the shows that are gonna come, I
Do you
think it's
want to
a A
use
tier.
your one S tier on a? I'll give you like
My
one.
are we only doing two S tiers?
No, we have three test tiers. No, we have like we if we don't agree on something, we have a we I guess we could use a we both have a per we could make something an S tier, like giving
Yeah,
out the
no,
other
I think Steven Universe is an A tier because of I'm thinking of like other shows that are in the lists.
Yeah, I'll think agree. I'll agree with anything, but if you want to make one thing S tier, I'll like make something. All right, Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. You had to have watched Adventure
I
Time at
watched
least
it.
a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely watched episodes, but I didn't watch like the story.
I'm currently rewatching Adventure Time. I've already rewatched Steven Universe. Um and I'm like I know everything that's like how everything's going to turn out. But I'm watching the show and I can see where everything is being set up.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna come back in the future. Um,
Because wasn't Adventure Time made as the same person who made Steven Universe? Or the person who made Steven
no,
Universe, I think, took over.
the person who made Steven Universe had a part to play in Adventure Time, but wasn't like one of the biggest creators on it.
Okay.
She definitely was a collaborator in it though.
Okay. All right. Where do you want to weight it?
Um, I feel like an A tier. I feel like I'm gonna give too many things an A tier.
A
But I
tier?
think this one's a solid A
I
tier.
mean, if we agree, it's the A tier. It's the A tier. All right. Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom. Then gotta catch 'em all
Never
'cause
watched
he's
this
Danny
show.
Phantom. Gonna catch 'em all 'cause he's Danny Phantom.
This was not my
Um,
thing. I don't know how many other people from 2006 watched this show, but I just did not. Never saw it on.
I saw this show on a decent amount of times and I loved it. Um, and we've already covered the three. This is the third show, so I just wanted to mention that if you watched all three of the shows that are Danny Phantom, Teen Titans Go, and Total Drama, you would have ended up having a slight type for goth girls,
Pfft. Yeah,
or yeah.
because he watched all three of those shows.
Yeah, I watched all three of those shows.
So where do you want to rate it? Because I don't have any say in this. I never watched it.
I think a B tier.
A B tier. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's definitely no Adventure Time
Yes.
or Steven Universe or something like that.
Or like
But it's
anything
definitely a good
on
show.
A tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how a lot of the A tier shows, the shows that we're still watching, as we go down, it's more childhood shows, and then like at the top, it's like shows that are still going on or that we've watched in the past 3 years. Like I
Yeah.
literally watched Ninjago 2 years ago. All right, this one's an easy A tier, I believe. Regular show.
Regular, easily. This is another show that I'm rewatching right now.
Wow. That's like the intro.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just that every episode, and it doesn't need an intro.
Kind
Like
of like
you
Gumball.
hear,
Gumball doesn't have an intro. It'll have like for like one season and nobody liked it, so they just had the little jingle.
yeah. Um,
So
I think it's an easy A tier. Um, yeah, that show was like it's weird because that's like one of the only shows that like had teenage humor instead of kid humor. Because even in the show, they'll say stuff like "you pissed me off" or something,
yeah,
and like if you watch that as a kid and you heard the person on the TV saying "you pissed me off," you're like, "Oh, he said that on TV! Oh my gosh!" And it's just super strange, but I think it's a great show because of that.
yeah,
Because of
it's
it
definitely
has
good.
it has teenage humor.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
But you
why
could still watch it. But you could still watch it as a kid and like laugh at the same parts.
exactly. Just as you get older, you appreciate it more. All right. This next one, easy S tier. Gravity Falls.
Easy S tier.
I
That
mean,
come on.
oh my God. I don't think I told you this. My dad were planning on taking a road trip up to like the top of California to see the Bill Cipher statue within like the next 2 years.
That's in
It's like all the way.
that's in Oregon. That's a 13-hour drive from where we
No,
live, Brett.
it's not in Oregon anymore.
Yeah,
No, it
it's
isn't.
at Confusion Hill, Oregon.
That the Confusion Hills in California.
I have it up right now. It's northwest Oregon.
It's not
Well,
in Northwest Oregon.
it's
It's
more
in
southwest
Northwest.
Oregon.
It's in Northwest
It's at it's
California.
it's at Coos Bay.
Where is
Confusion
the
can yeah, look it up.
Cipher statue?
Cuz I just watched a it was basically a YouTube
Piercy,
documentary.
It's in Piercy, California, at
Go
Confusion
to
Hill at
look up
roadsideamerican.com.
no, I no. I'm on Google Maps right now. Where is the cipher statue? Forest and Reed Sport, that's where it was found. It was placed at Bicentennial Park, and then it got moved to. Huh. There's a Confusion Hill in Oregon that also says that it has the cipher statue.
Nope, it's in Piercy, California.
Huh. That's
Yeah,
weird.
like all the way up. It's Piercy, California.
I'm gonna look up Bill Cipher
How will we
statue
get? Okay,
on.
wait, it's right on a highway. Never mind. Okay, yeah, that's that. That will probably be our plan to drive through San Francisco to get there. You just gotta go through that. Yeah. All right. Well,
Huh.
otherwise than that, Gravity Falls. I mean, what else could
Great
you want
show.
from a TV show? I mean, it did take a while to come out,
What
but
do you
it's
mean?
great. Like it took like season two took like 4 years.
True. True. True.
They like had no planning for season two. They were animating as they were going. Like,
But really, really quick, what was your favorite episode of Gravity Falls?
mm, Northwest Mansion Mystery.
The one with
Ghost.
yeah, Ghost,
Ghost.
Ghost,
All right.
Ghost.
Next we have Bubble
Period.
Guppies.
Question mark.
Oh, hold on, let's keep going. Grab. Yeah, it's what's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode. Let me think for a second. I'd probably have to say the shapeshifter episode.
What is
Oh,
that one
that
called?
or I don't remember. But for me, it's
The
either that
Bunker.
or Dream the Bunker. For me, it's either that or Dreamscapers.
Mm, okay, Dreamscapers. Never really heard anyone say that one before.
Really?
Yeah, now we
That's
have
like
to say that.
that's the first episode with my favorite character of the show, Bill
Bill.
Cipher.
Yes.
Although um, one of my favorite characters in the show at all technically is a mixture of two characters. It's actually Bipper.
Bipper.
Yes,
Oh, from
Bipper is
sock
one of
opera.
my yeah. Bipper is my favorite character.
Bill Cipher and Dipper.
Basically just Bill Cipher.
Yeah, it's
No,
just Bill and
Bipper's my second. Seuss is my first.
Seuss.
Seuss,
Fixing
Seuss,
it with
Seuss.
Seuss.
I think there's too many
That's
like
we
side
need. Dang it.
characters
We forgot
to.
fixing it with Seuss.
We also did you do um the Mabel one and the Dipper one as well?
No, I didn't do it, but I wish I did. I would have included
Mm,
those. Those are nostalgic enough. But
those are
fixing it
just
with Seuss,
shorts.
yeah, but fixing it with Seuss should have been a full-length TV show. Give it 2 seasons, 20 episodes each. All right. Next we have Bubble Guppies. Where do we want to
I
rate
don't
this?
remember this one. Oh, actually, I do. I do. I don't know.
D tier because
It's
there's
hard. It's hard.
aliens.
It's hard for me to say for these kinds because it shows that I couldn't watch anymore because I watched them when I was like 7.
Yeah, I mean, okay. The only reason I'm rating it D tier is they're underwater and there's aliens in one episode, so that makes no sense. Next is
That's
an
true.
actually good underwater show, Octonauts.
I never watched this.
Holy crap. It's B
I
tier.
was too old when I discovered the Octonauts.
As a kid, it was amazing. Next we have Peppa Pig, and I'm gonna put it in B tier for bacon.
Um.
Listen to me. B tier for bacon. Uh,
Okay, but like, does it deserve a B tier?
no, it deserves a
I
D tier.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up.
Maybe it
I'm
deserves.
gonna.
Does it deserve an F tier? Holy crap!
In Peppa Pig. Have you seen? I remember seeing one meme where Peppa Pig. It was the theme song, and Peppa Pig was falling into frame, and then it just cut to a Minecraft pig dying of falling from a high place.
Yes.
It's great. I think it's a F tier.
You think it's an F tier? Peppa
Personally,
Pig? F tier?
I think she had the same problem as Caillou, where they were like spoiled brats,
Krista's
and
not gonna like this episode.
anything that went wrong was hell on earth because she
Yeah.
makes such a big deal out of it.
Did you know that they're removing the Star Wars area from Legoland and replacing it with Peppa Pig Land?
You're not being serious. This is a bit, right? You're doing
No,
a
it's
bit.
not a bit. Because Disneyland now owns the right to Star Wars, they're forcing Legoland to remove the Star Wars section at their parks and replacing it with Peppa Pig Land.
Why Peppa Pig?
I don't know. I wish I would have gone back and see the Star Wars.
God, that sucks. I've never been to Legoland.
The Star Wars area was cool. It's just a bunch of Star Wars mocks.
Mm.
Alright, next we have Yo Gabba Gabba. I mean, I would
I
rate
feel
it a
like we
D
should have
tier for the odd
taken.
concept, but it's just black guy, so C tier.
Yo, Gabba Gabba.
I mean, okay, wanna know? Sophia explained this show to me yesterday the weirdest way possible. She said, "Do you remember that one guy who had the action figures? And there was like a red one, green one, pink one, blue one, yellow one." I was like, "You're describing the Power Rangers." And she was like, "No, it's not the Power Rangers. Like, you're describing action figures that are red, blue, green, pink, and yellow. That is the Power Rangers."
That is the Power
So
Rangers.
and then she showed me. I'm like, "Dude, that's Yo Gabba Gabba." How do you describe that as action figures? That one guy for action figure. All you could have told me is
Dude,
black
whenever
man wear
but
orange suit, and I would say Yo Gabba Gabba.
um in the beginning of every episode he'd open his suitcase with the Yo Gabba Gabba figures.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they're action figures, but like during the show, they're not. They're like nowhere near that.
It's basically Toy Story more frightening.
Exactly. I also said okay, you're either describing Toy Story or Power Rangers. I don't know which one. All
Yeah.
right. Next, we have the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Now
This
this came out
show,
way before us, but we both watched it as kids. So
this was a '90s show that we watched in the 2000 in the late 2000s
yeah,
to early 2010s.
it is S tier.
S tier, easy S tier.
All right, and then this is my
Ba-dum-bum, to the Mario, swing your arms from side to side.
okay, and then the final. I really wish we didn't end on this show. I mean,
Oh,
it's not a bad show. I'm rating it an A. I want to rate it an S tier, but you're gonna refuse. I'm gonna have to put an A tier. But I mean, it's the last live action show on this list. Um, it came out like when we were in fourth grade, fifth grade,
uh-huh.
so it counts. I mean, we did K through six. This is hard. Henry Danger. S tier, S tier. Bye, y'all.
No S tier.
How is it
Have
not
you gone
S
back?
tier?
Because have you gone back and watched it recently?
It's Schwaz.
Schwaz, freaking Schwaz, freaking Schwaz.
You said you had it.
That show, I'm pretty sure that show was made by the same guy who did iCarly and Victorious.
It's
I think it was
Schwaz.
Stop laughing at Schwaz.
Is he like Russian? I don't know. Is he Russian or is he Italian?
He's from his own country, Brett. Didn't you see that one episode where Henry finally got powers?
I know he
Do
did
you
get. He
remember
got
that?
super speed. Yeah,
He did. I don't think he should have gotten powers.
I think he should have.
I think that was a lame excuse for him to get powers at least.
He was getting
Guy
beat
named
up in every
Rex.
single episode.
Guy named Rex. Just bring a revolver. Like that'll stop him real
I mean, no,
quick.
listen. You have to understand. They did a Stranger Things crossover. How is it not awesome?
They did a Stranger Things
They did a
crossover.
Stranger Things crossover.
I didn't
Like
watch
none,
Stranger
no, like
Things.
none of the freaking actors from Stranger Things. They just like
They
I don't
just
know. The
mentioned Stranger
Demogorgon
Things.
showed up. The Demogorgon, the Demodogs, the Mind Flayer, the Russians. Freaking uh Alexei showed up. Freaking the
See,
guy
I
everyone
don't
was
watch that
crushing
show,
on.
so I'm not.
Alexei's a Russian guy that tried to freaking destroy the entire world by summoning evil monsters that like to kill people during the night. It's also about child abduction. I mean,
That's nice.
listen, do you want me to put in an A tier or do you want it's purely S tier for Schloss? I do
Ah,
also want to say it marks the end of an era. It marks the end of good live action TV shows.
you
Kids TV
know,
shows. It was the
I'm
last good one.
actually. I'll actually have to agree with you. That's an S tier.
It's the last one. It's the last good TV live action
Is
TV show.
I think Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network took a downturn.
Well, more Nickelodeon and Disney channels. They were the only ones doing live action stuff.
Well, yeah, but like in general, I think they just took a downturn.
In general,
Like
yes.
like
After
you can't
Henry
really
Danger.
you
Henry
can't
Danger
go
marks
back and
the end of an
watch any
era.
episode. You
Henry
can't really
Danger.
go you can't really go to Nickelodeon or Disney Channel or Cartoon Network nowadays without cringing because of how just childish, like not the good childish either, like SpongeBob, like the original SpongeBob episodes, like like just the bad kind, you know?
Yes. I mean, it just. I think it deserves the S tier just for just. I mean, it's sort of ironic. It's at the end because it's like it was again, like I've said literally like 5 seconds ago. It marks the end of the era for all these shows. All these
Yeah.
good shows, except for F to the FNAF ambient sound tier. Um,
Dude, you know, dude, I think we, I think we forgot to put in Thundermans. Do you remember
sure, yeah, okay.
Thundermans?
Thundermans is also A tier. It's a little worse than Henry Danger.
No, I think it's a B tier.
Okay, yeah, Thundermans was sort of bad, but Henry Danger isn't. At least Henry
Yeah,
Danger had its own sets. At least Henry Danger
at
had its
least
own
Henry Danger
sets.
had its
It
own
had its
sets.
own
Yeah,
sets. They have not reused those sets or anything. Those are completely unique sets. They did not reuse them like Austin and Alley. Because they used
yeah.
Austin's Alley shows and Nicky, Ricky, and Don. I think the name of that show.
Oh my God, that
Dicky, Ricky,
show.
Nicky, and Don. Whatever that show is.
Yeah,
Yeah, they reused the shop in that.
yeah, they
And then the
did.
house is the same as like in another show. Sam and
Like
no, not
Raven or
Sam and
something,
Cat.
I think.
Yeah, it they just completely reused stuff from that show for other shows.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again, as if Disney didn't have the budget.
as if Disney didn't have the budget. Oh, they can make a bad Frozen movie, but they can't make blah 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 blah.
Quick controversial opinion. I think both the Frozen movies are bad.
Same. Actually,
Yeah,
first one's
straight
good.
up.
The first one's good. The second one's just bad.
No, I
The
think both
first
of them
one's
are
like
bad.
is okay. You wanna know what's a bad movie?
What's a bad movie?
Toy Story 3, Cars 2, Reign Superior. Cars 2 is the only good Pixar movie. You know, I said it in a chills voice, so it has to be true.
Yeah. Number 15.
It's true.
Number
It's
number
true.
15. Cars 2.
It's the best
The
Pixar
best
movie.
Pixar movie ever to be created.
It is. It's just facts.
Okay, we're definitely going on a tangent away
Okay,
from the
yeah.
episode.
We'll have to
But real
talk more about
quick,
Cars 2.
have you seen Luca yet?
I did see Luca. I loved it.
I did not like it that much.
How? I loved it. It was so good.
I don't know. I don't know. One of the parts I really didn't like was that he kept it like every 5 minutes it cut to a imaginary scene with whatever the hell the guy's Luca with Luca. Uh,
Hmm.
it would constantly like cut to what would happen if I did this, and then it'd cut to some bull crap. I think not the best. Not definitely not the best.
I don't think it's as emotional as other ones, but like, oh my god, I loved it.
I was not the biggest fan of it, really at all.
You know, I think the best person that is like the best review I've seen of it so far is by Shafrillos Productions. I mean, he basically just sums it up perfectly well.
I should probably watch that
He
because
just, I
I
mean,
subscribe to him as well.
it's like it's not supposed to be emotional. It's just supposed to be a fun Pixar movie. It's not supposed to have a meaning in this one. The whole point of the movie is to win a race to buy freaking what are those things called? A Vespa? What are
A
they actually
Vespa,
called?
a
Uh
scooter,
no. Well, it's like it is. They're like called a scooter, but they're called something else. It's like the motorcycles that go
moped,
slow. Moped, yeah.
moped.
That's literally the entire point of the movie. And then they just don't. They just sell it in the end, so so freaking Luca can go to
I
school.
okay. Quick thing. Like mid movie, I started making a grilled cheese sandwich, and my maker was screwed up, so I had to use the pan. And I've never used a pan before, so I just winged it, and it took a while to cook, so I didn't even see the end of the movie.
I didn't see
and
either.
and I was not mad about it. I just did. I from what I had already seen, I was like, I don't really.
I had to go to Taekwondo, so I didn't see it either.
You got a taekwondo?
Yeah, I had Taekwondo on Mondays. You know this. You follow my
I
mom on
I
Instagram.
I don't look at Instagram that often. One and two, I don't think I am anymore. I don't know what happened. Hold on.
Huh? You literally sent me an image of it. You know. You commented on it.
That's right. Oh, I don't remember that. I remember it now, but like,
Boom, Shree Hammer, literally right there. And I quit.
I
I'm done. Actually, I'm done. I'm finished with it. Me and Talon are quitting for July to September.
mm,
There's Talon shout out. There you go, Talon. All right. Well, we are an hour and 6 minutes into this podcast, and all we've done is talk about Luca for the past 5 minutes when it's a movie and not a TV show. So the only movie on this tier list should have been Phineas and Ferb, but now we include
across the
now
second
we've
dimension.
talked about Cars 2 and Luca, which is sort of how a podcast is supposed to go. Just talk.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Quick thing, can I say something about another podcast that can I say they copied us by
Real
starting
quick,
they
real quick,
started
real
the
quick.
podcast.
You have a
Huh?
slight funny mic.
Oh, sorry. That sounds
That's
better.
fine.
Um yeah, Jack's Films copied us. He started his podcast a week after us and it already has like 1 million views. He copied us. We started last week and he started this week. He uploads on like
Wow.
Mondays. So
Mondays.
now he's even getting more. Now he's getting views before us.
Yeah, today is actually Wednesday for us.
It is
So
Wednesday.
haha,
Shoot, we upload
we're
on
in the
we. I forget we upload on Fridays and not Wednesday.
yeah
But
we're
screw
in the
Jack
past
Films.
right now.
Episode
Wow, COVID sure
2.5
sucks.
of the podcast will be coming out on Monday of July 5th.
Yes.
So stay tuned for
Yes.
that. We're not
2.5.
gonna tell you what it is, but episode 2.5.
Because you need to stay tuned. Watch the whole video.
All right.
You
Well,
must watch the whole video on 2.5.
Well, I think it's a good point to end it. I honestly am really happy that we didn't like start like way before it, start recording way before it this time, so we didn't have to cut it down. So now I can just
Yeah.
end it, and we don't have to cut it down at all. And this is
Not at
amazing.
all.
Anyways, see you guys. We don't even know what we're doing next week. I don't know what we're doing next week, but we'll do it.
I had a
So
plan, but I forgot about it.
we had like a plan, but we forgot about it. All right. See you next Friday, depending on when you're listening to this. Bye.